She was she was let go from her 9 to 5, and here's what she did next. Once the corporation she was working for said, "We no longer have a job for you," and 2,900 or 29,000 other people.
2,900.
We have a very special episode today, and as always, this episode is brought to you Black Aswad Coffee, the brand that's redefining your morning ritual with rich, bold flavors like breakfast and elixir. If you're looking for a coffee that is delicious and also helps a special cause, and also helps a special cause in the mental health industries, every ounce of coffee that you drink goes to special causes for individuals who are experiencing mental health issues, and that's a cause that's near and dear to both of us for
Absolutely.
reasons we don't get to share today. But when maybe we're ready to share this story, we will. Black Aswad Coffee. So Marie Claire, you were let go from this position with a corporation, a very well known corporation, higher up position in management. You loved what you were doing. You were helping a lot of people. You always had great stories, and your clients were meaningful to you, and you were let go. And how did that feel?
Well, I want to sort of say I wasn't in management, but I was assisting clients with Medicare and their needs with the need every day with medications and things for everyday life. And I was let go on a Tuesday at the ending of my shift. I was told, oh, by the way, you no longer have a job with us. I've been working there for 4.5 years. I loved the job. I worked from home. And all of a sudden, at age 44, I had no job. I didn't know what to do. And I looked at myself on a deeper level because now I'm 45 and I'm like, what does God want me to do? Where do I want to go with this in life? And I'm glad to say that I started my own company. I am the only and first spa Marie Claire that takes the spa to you at your home. I have several different machines that I help you with pain muscles, inflammation, getting younger, feeling younger, and also hair growth. I have that too. So, I mean, pretty much everything that I do helps from the inside out to become having a better life, to feeling better, to loving yourself again. I mean, I'm 45, I'm only wearing lipstick because this is the first time ever that I love my skin. Because, guys, do you see her glow? I just did a facial on her. I'm not kidding you. Do you see the glow?
By the way, if you didn't know already, this is my sister, my older sister, and this is a special recording because typically we do these through Zoom. And she came to my home. She did my full body red light therapy treatment. And she treated me to a facial, which I still need to, take care of that. But I just wanted to thank you for also being here for the show, which is awkward. I'm sorry, awful, not awkward, which is awful. Okay, awesome, which is a show about stories of trials and tribulations that shift into purpose and passion through perspective, perseverance, and persistence. And so I want you to share a little bit more about why this is about that. Like how is that your story?
Well, throughout my life, I mean, first of all, I was born in Italy. We were both born in Italy. I came when I was a teenager, didn't know the language, had to learn it. So, I had to overcome that. Now that I know the language, I can also help you. And now I'm finally American. I was very proud to become American in 2018. And, of course, I had to study for that. And at 44, I didn't have a job. I didn't know what to do. And I was like, what am I going to do? And then all of a sudden it kind of clicked like what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. I don't know how long I'm going to do this for because eventually I want somebody else to take over my company. I want them to help people at home and maybe I can do something else with my life. But I love the idea of being able to assist everybody from inside out. So with the red light treatments, it helps with inflammation. It helps with pain. It helps with feeling young, tightening your skin, tightening your whole body. In a 20-minute to 30-minute installation of the red light treatments on your body, you just lay there and just really feel better afterwards. It also helps with the immune system. It helps you like basically fill yourself with D3, so you're content, you're happier, you sleep better, you don't even eat as much, because I've noticed that after I've done 3 treatment with this, I wasn't eating as much because I was content. My body was full with energy. The other place that I am helping people with is the Exoskin. That's a one of a kind machine. I've done my research on 7 different machines in America, and this is the only machine that does everything that I just told you plus more. It tightens skins. All in a what, maybe like 30 minutes longer. That's it. So I come to your house. You don't even have to wait in line. You don't have to wait in the car. You don't get to stress out. All I ask is one empty room for me to set up your spa for the day. Sometimes I have parties. Sometimes we have 2 or 3 people that use the same machines at the same and one after the other. And I can do a facial while the other one uses a red light treatment. And okay, and I think that's what's beautiful about that is like, for example, I have a client that is a hockey player. He's always hurting. Okay, always a hockey player for USA. Muscles are hurting, feet are hurting, hands are hurting from driving the stick. And I was like, well, why don't I come to your house, stay for like 20 minutes the first time.
Hey, Marie, keep going. Go ahead.
And make you feel better after that long of a time. And then eventually you can move up in the light system so that it's almost like a sauna in there, and it helps you lose weight much faster. This is a treatment, guys, that I'm the only one in North America that brings it to your house. Again, you can go to spas and get this done. You can wait in line. You can wait in the waiting room. This is your house. I'm taking the spa to you. You can make it a party. We can have a whole party with it.
Yeah, in fact, I invited a couple girlfriends over, and through last minute stuff, they weren't able to make it. So that's kind of what I love about it, is that you can invite your friends, and you guys can all have your red light therapy treatments. And honestly, I haven't taken enough of a closer look yet, but I took a before picture and an after picture of my facial, and I did see, I didn't want to get too excited, but I did see, a little bit of a difference on the fine lines on my forehead, and you can definitely see a little bit of a glow. But you guys, I just want to remind you, I don't know if you saw that I'm sipping on this coffee, and it's delicious.
We're both sipping on this coffee. It's really good.
Nonchalantly, this show is sponsored by Black Aswad Coffee, which is the most delicious blend of rich flavors, and every drop goes to benefit individuals who experience things related to their mental health journey. And I know that you don't want to go deep into it, but I would love to know from you, why is mental health important to you? And conversely, I mean, when we talk about red light therapy, it's not just about like the physical healing or the beauty. It does also help with mental health.
Absolutely.
So I wanted to hear first, why is mental health important to you? Share as much or as little as you want. And by the way, if you are watching live, right now we're recording live on Facebook and we're recording live on Instagram. If you are watching live, please comment, say hi. Let us know you're here. We've got tons of watchers on Instagram right now.
That's awesome.
And we've got, we had people dropping in and off on Facebook, so it really helps the visibility of the show if you are commenting as you're watching live, so that Facebook and Instagram, whatever platform and even if you're watching it on a replay on a platform that you can comment, please let us know. What are your thoughts so far? Why is mental health important to you? So why is mental health important to you?
Well, I want to start with mental health, that sometimes, honestly, like our body, we're like weak by stress and environment, surgeries, and that also affects our mental health, to the point that we're like feeling down, like we gain weight after surgery, we feel down about ourselves. When we are down about ourselves, we see the negative in everything. And that's another thing that I kind of love about this, is because I love about this is that this red light treatment that's new age, it actually helps also with depression. So what it does is it gives you the D3, that the sunlight is not available in Pittsburgh. That's where we are right now. And that's where I'm starting the company, because so many people are like having like this sadness when it's like cloudy outside, or when it's like really bad outside. Well, guys, this will help you in the comfort of your home to feel better. I think mental health is very important. I think we should strive to always have an excellent mental health. But honestly, so many people suffer and they don't tell people because they're probably ashamed. Guess what? You can tell me. You can tell me. I'm here for you. I will come to your house. I will make you feel better, and your life will improve.
I can see that that means a lot to you, and I feel the same way when I'm having sessions with clients and there's tears. Tears are always good.
Yes.
And I know that, again, whenever you're ready to share your story, you've got quite a journey.
Yeah.
And you can tell that you felt it when you said that, because I've always said that about you, such a kind-hearted individual, just pure-hearted in terms of you just, like, you see the best in people, and you are a forgiving person, and you just love to celebrate life and love to celebrate people, and so I love that about you. So I hope that one day you're going to be ready to share your full story, because I know that it's a deep one. I know you say I don't even know the half of it. I know a lot of it, so I can't even imagine what the other half is. But I mean, just from, we were doing the facial and you're like, oh yeah, I have the same scar. And I said, how'd you get your scar? And you told me, and I'm like, that's interesting.
It's a horrible story. But yeah, I got it. We have the same scar. It's so funny. I've known her all my life. Yeah. And then we just find that we're hurt the same way sometimes. But yeah, I think it's important. I mean, I love and encourage when all my friends come to me and talk to me about their problems, because I probably went through all of them and plus, and I can tell them how I overcame them. And I also cannot wait to help Pittsburgh feel better. I love Pittsburgh. In fact, it's in my logo, the star of Pittsburgh. It's in my logo, and the Steelers. But it's not the Steelers star, it's my star, because I'm a shooting star. And so I created this logo, and I'm so excited to share with the world, and to make my appointments and help one person, 5 people, 10 people at a time. Let's make it a party. I don't care. I'll go there, and I'll take care of you.
Yeah, and also, you're just a kid at heart, I think.
I am.
Right? So you just bring that energy to any space, and I don't know. I love that you're doing this. I know that the entrepreneurial journey is hard, but I mean, this is completely out of left field. But I also just want to bring up the fact that every time we see each other, you are how many years older than me?
I think 7 or 8.
Yeah. So it's like you had completely different parents.
Yes, I did.
Than I had.
They were the same parents, though.
No, right. They're same mom and dad. But can you imagine when you have your firstborn child, and then 8 years later you've had 4 more children after that, and so you get completely different parents, completely different ideologies and experiences, because there's been maybe some healing, some lessons, and or conversely, you might not be as burnt out with your first one as you are with more. But I find that also in with my kids, I think that my 2-year-old and my baby now have a completely different mom than my 17 and my 15-year-old. There's been a significant amount of healing, significant amount of lessons, significant amount of just a different. I just make decisions from such a different space than I did back then. I react to things from such a different space. So I'd love to know how you feel that affects you in your journey of what you do every day.
You're talking about me?
Yeah.
Well, I don't have children of my own, but I do have 2 beautiful stepsons. And I have noticed that 5 years ago, I was a completely different person. I mean, I'm seriously, 5 years ago, I turned 40, totally different person. I mean, I would go out, I would just really not care about people. I don't know what happened. And one day I just, boom, I woke up and I'm like, no, people matter. You matter. I love myself now, finally. And since I love myself so much now I can love others even better, because now I know what love, really true love means. Caring, asking how you're doing, asking if you need anything. I may not have children yet.
I mean, I feel like you've always been that way, but I also do know.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like it. I mean, other than the horrible things that you would say to me when I was a child. I mean, we could talk about we would watch Transformers, and you convinced me that there was going to be robots taking over the earth, just like Transformers.
I don't remember that, but I remember.
Me. You're like you're a cute child, which means you're going to be an ugly adult. And I was like, oh really? Okay.
Oh God, I was so bad.
And that honestly is probably why maybe I'm like, I feel like I'm a pretty chill person.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, even back then, you would say stuff like that, and I'd be like, "Oh, that sucks."
Guys, that was a long time ago. Okay, I was like 10. Okay, I didn't want a brother or sister.
Literally, that was so long ago.
It was a long time ago.
But the point of what I'm trying to say is that is I don't even remember what my point was.
I think the point is people change.
Yes, but also yes, and that is really it. That people change, but even like. Okay, so that was just a joking digression from the point that I feel like you've always been a pure-hearted, kind individual, and you've been through a lot, though. So some of your reactions, I know you'll call me with certain stuff, and I'll say, okay, well, do you feel like that's from a space of love, or do you feel like that decision's based on fear? And that, and that typically helps someone to realize, am I making this, is this a trauma response, or is this my intuition? Am I being divinely guided in my next steps, or am I reacting to a story my brain has made up in my head? So, but you've also, again, we're not going to share that today. This is for a future episode, which I hope you'll come back whenever you're ready. But from when you turned 40 to now, there has been some really significant and like things that have happened that were life-altering, life-changing.
Well, I can talk about I was homeless for 2 months. I was living in my car. And today I'm wearing this, and I'm happy, and I'm owning my own company. So you can come back from that too.
Yeah.
It just depends on I needed to fly away from a situation that wasn't healthy for me. And so since I had nowhere else to go, I sit in the car. But then eventually I found my own apartment. I moved up. I got my own company. I mean, I started working for that company, and I moved up with them for 4.5 years. And boom, they let me go. And I was like, wow. And now what? I tell you what, infinity. That's what. Anything can happen. Anything. I mean, if me at 45 can start a new company, enjoying working again, traveling to friends and family, and help them feel better, I mean, I think anything is possible at this point.
When you say, well, see, and the thing is, I didn't even process that part that you just said I was homeless for 2 months.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even see it that way. I think whenever you know someone that you've known your whole life and it's your sister, you don't even process it whoa, she's homeless. I don't think it even hit me until you just said that. But when you look back, because even though you had loving parents, you have 4 siblings who love you, there was just, because of a series of circumstances, that was the reality. And I'm so, I just love to tell, I don't go into details for the most part. Okay. But I will tell you, for people close to me, I have gone into the details because that was a story that I was a part of as well. Yeah. But it's I just am so happy for you, and I'm so proud of you, and I know that you had this, and sometimes life can be that way where you feel like, oh, and now I have this corporate job, and it's a 9 to 5, and it pays nicely. I have flexibility. It has great benefits. It has a 401k. And you're like, okay, I've made it. I did it. I'm happily married. I have great 2 stepsons. I have a beautiful home in a really nice area. And then, and it's so funny because everything is temporary. And so, and then, you lost that position, and then you're kind of like, oh, okay, well, I guess I haven't made it. Right. But every step of the way is, you have made it. You're there. You're already there. And every step, everything that's happening is divinely conspired, if that's even a word, by your guides, by God, your guardian angel, to direct you in the path that you're meant for. And so even in the moments where you feel at your lowest, you just remember, oh yeah, but this is for me. This is happening for me. And I've been through it too, and I've shared this one of the stories in my previous episode. So if you're listening to this one, if you want to listen to my story, head on over to the previous episode of what everybody has a story. We are not unique in that sense. Everybody has a story. Everybody's been through something, but it's really about what are you going to turn that into, and that's what the show is about too. Um, we're gonna wrap it up, but before we do, just a final shout out to Black Aswad Coffee. I'm honestly, seriously, so grateful to you guys because I had, had my seventh baby. I put a pause on the show. See, she's sipping it up. She
Loving
loves it. I put a pause on the show and I was like, you know what? Until we have a new sponsor, I'm gonna put a pin in it because I'm really not quite sure. Like, I'm not quite clear of the direction of things. I'm not sure what to do next. And then, prior to putting a pause on the show because I had a baby, I had reached out to Black Aswad and I said, are you interested in being a sponsor? And then, cut to months later, yes, we're ready to be a sponsor. And it kind of like all fell into place. It's so perfect to have a sponsor that supports the mental health industry.
Absolutely.
Because the show, when you go through trauma that affects your mental health, is really all about mental health and how you shift your mindset around it, the work that you do to heal and grow and create beauty out of spaces that otherwise, I love to use this analogy when it comes to Black Aswad Coffee because there is that analogy of what are you going to do when you're in hot water? Are you going to be an egg and turn hard, a boiled egg? Or are you going to be like coffee and turn into, a richer, smoother version of yourself?
Coffee.
That is like highly enjoyed by everybody around you. And obviously that's another story because you don't need to aim to just be enjoyed by everybody around you, right? But you just want to be this bolder, richer version of yourself. And that's what, coffee is all about. You guys, that's it. The show is not brought to you by Media the Creative Agency, although on our Instagram version, you can see the show. I actually have closed the marketing agency, but I still keep the sign up. Hey there, thanks for watching. I still keep the sign up as an homage to the agency. At some point, probably I'll change it. But it's actually brought to you by Whole Truth Communications, which is our new brand that has created the show Awful, Okay, Awesome. Obviously, to say you go from awful, then you're okay, and then things are awesome. And your story isn't over if it hasn't gone through that transition once again. And I'm Marta, your host. I am a financial rep. I do help families every single day to find hidden money in their lives, how to grow it, how to be good shepherds and stewards of it. And I do that from a space of zero judgment because if you listen to my last episode, you will hear the stuff that has transpired in the past couple of years. And really, it's a long-standing story of raising my own wealth consciousness, and I'm on a journey to raise the world's wealth consciousness, both from a practical space and a divinely inspired spiritual space. All right, guys, until next time, thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.